Globetrotting Alex Eala plays at home for a change at PH Women's Open. Tournament second seed takes on Elena Kharieva of Russia in first ever WTA event to be staged in the country. What was once just a pipe dream for Alex Eala has come true when she makes her WTA 125 home debut at the Philippine Women's Open. Played in the refurbished courts of Rizal Memorial Tennis Center in Manila, where the 20-year-old spent years grinding through practices and tournaments, the country's first WTA tournament marks another milestone for the rising star. Read this as Eala's reminder to home fans as PH hosts first WTA event. For the first time since she hit the tennis headlines by reaching the semifinals of the WTA 1000 Miami Open in late March, Eala is back in familiar surroundings playing before home fans on Monday against Russian Elena Kharieva. Even her opening foe is familiar. Kharieva is a name that takes her back to 2020 when Eala was just beginning her transition to the pro ranks while still competing in juniors ranks. Back then, Kharieva handed Eala a straight sets loss, 6-3, 6-3, at the W15 Melilla in Spain on clay court, at a time when the Filipina had yet to crack the WTA rankings. 6 years later, the circumstances have flipped. Eala is now the world's number 49 ranked player while Kharieva is number 163. The home heroine is also the tournament's second seed. Eala is fresh from an Australian Open main draw first-round loss to Alicia Parks, 6-0, 3-6, 2-6, while Kharieva failed to qualify as she was defeated in the qualifiers by Rebecca Mazarova, 3-6, 7-6, 2, 6, 5-7. I have met her. She's a very nice person and a great player. So, I'm just going to go. I've done everything I can to do the best of my ability to prepare. So, I'm going to go and do my best, Eala said of Kharieva. More than the matches, it is the moment and the setting that Eala is savoring. On Sunday afternoon, Eala filled the stands when she practiced for the last time at the RMTC Center Court. She is expected to do the same in every single game she plays before leaving to campaign overseas. Eala is determined to do well, and excited as well to play the role of ambassador and tournament host. It's great to see all the people that I'm familiar with on tour, to have them here, and welcome them to the Philippines, she added. Eala and Kharieva are slated to meet on Monday, with first serve expected around 7 p.m. Other matches start at 10 a.m. Get more of the latest sports news and updates on spin.ph. Notice on unauthorized and unlawful use, publication, and/or dissemination of spin.ph content. Please be notified that any unauthorized and unlawful use, publication, and/or dissemination of spin.ph's content and/or materials is a direct violation of its legal and exclusive rights to the same, and shall be subject to appropriate legal action/s. Globetrotting Alex Eala plays at home for a change at PH Women's Open. For most of her young life, Alex Eala has been defined by movement. From the moment she first gripped a tennis racket, she has lived out of a suitcase, chasing tournaments across continents with a mix of discipline, ambition, and an almost cinematic determination. Her victories in distant lands, from hard courts in Asia to the clay of Europe, have built a reputation that resonates well beyond the usual fanfare afforded to teen prodigies. Yet, this week marks a rare deviation from her globe-trotting lifestyle. She is finally playing on home soil at the Philippine Women's Open. There is a peculiar magic to returning home, especially for someone whose life has largely unfolded on foreign courts. For Alex, the homecoming is more than just geographic, it is emotional. The Philippines, with its warm, tropical embrace and passionate tennis community, is where her roots began. It is where she first learned to chase a ball under the relentless summer sun, where the cheers of family and local fans first made her pulse quicken. Competing here is not merely a matter of points or ranking. It is a reconnection with the essence of why she fell in love with tennis in the first place. Alex's journey is, in many ways, a study in contrasts. Abroad, she navigates unfamiliar cultures, adapts to new climates, and contends with a level of competition that can be both exhilarating and exhausting. Yet here, in Manila, each match carries the scent of nostalgia, the familiar chatter of hawkers at local courts, the scent of freshly mown grass, the roar of fans who know her story intimately. There is an authenticity to playing at home, a sense that victories and defeats alike carry a personal resonance. The same courts that once hosted her childhood practices now witness the refined skill of a young athlete on the cusp of global stardom. But while there is comfort in familiarity, playing at home also brings unique pressures. The expectations of fans, family, and an entire nation can weigh as heavily as any opponent across the net. Every rally, every serve, every swing is imbued with collective hopes. For Alex, these pressures are not burdens, they are motivators. They remind her that her journey, while intensely personal, also carries the dreams of a community that has watched her grow from a precocious child to an international tennis sensation. This duality, the interplay of comfort and pressure, is vividly apparent in the Philippine Women's Open. As she steps onto the court, racket in hand, Alex embodies both the prodigy the world has come to admire and the local girl who once practiced under the relentless tropical sun. Her style reflects this blend. The precise strokes honed through international competition are tempered by a fluidity that seems almost instinctual, a rhythm cultivated in the backyard courts of her youth. Off the court, Alex's presence is equally impactful. Young Filipino athletes, particularly girls, look to her as a tangible symbol of what is possible. In a country where tennis struggles to rival the popularity of basketball or boxing, Alex represents a beacon of aspiration. Her success abroad proves that local talent can shine on the world stage. And now, seeing her compete in their own backyard, young fans have the rare opportunity to witness a global star not on a screen but in person, absorbing lessons that no tutorial or video could replicate. The Philippine Women's Open also represents a broader evolution in Filipino tennis. The country's visibility in international tournaments has historically been limited, and its athletes have often faced uphill battles in gaining recognition. Alex's participation is not just a personal milestone, it signals a moment of national pride, a statement that Filipino talent deserves its place in global conversations about the sport. Each swing of her racket sends ripples beyond the court, ripples that inspire sponsors, organizers, and future players to invest in local tennis development. Yet, despite the national spotlight, Alex retains a grounded perspective. She approaches the tournament with the same disciplined mindset that has carried her across continents. Each morning begins with rigorous training, her schedule meticulously balanced between physical conditioning, technical drills, and mental preparation. But now, in contrast to the isolation of international travel, she can pause and breathe in the simple joys of home. Morning walks along familiar streets, family dinners with laughter echoing through the room, and the comforting cadence of a language that flows naturally from her lips. Her return home is also a reminder of her evolution as a player and as a person. Tennis has taken her,